Weekend Breakfast on News Talk 4BC.
4BC Brisbane.
Marcel Desbiens is a professional artist from Quebec in Canada. He's lived in Brisbane for 24 years and paints and teaches others the techniques of oil painting. He joins me. Hi, Marcel. Thank you for your time this morning.
Oh, hi, good morning.
Yeah, now you've been teaching for quite some time. You've got some good courses. For anyone who wants to get into this, do they have to have any skill level at all, or are you prepared to take them from a fairly novice base, Marcel?
Well, yeah, probably. I prefer if they haven't had any experience, but the people with experience come and join along on the more advanced classes, because I have courses of different levels, from level 1 to level 4.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk to you about your background and what you're doing, but firstly, if you're interested in doing some painting or some courses or learning about painting, you can go to Marcel's website, which is very simple, brisbanepaintingclasses.com, and I'll give you that address again a little bit later. Marcel, tell me a little bit about your background and why you came to Australia and what's your passion about teaching.
Well, my background, I don't know. I'm from Quebec, Canada. I was living in the country, so there was not much to do over there. So I got very early in time to do drawings and pastels and crayons and all sorts of things that I was doing when I was young.
What's your inspiration? Who inspired you to do it?
Well, I was very inspired by one of the art tutor at the secondary school that took me aside to help me, because I was so keen in going to the classes, and he showed me. He was himself an artist painting with oil, so he showed me how to paint with oil. But oil was not a subject in the class, in the regular classes. So that really inspired me to learn and continue.
What type of painting do you like? More of the classical style, or are you into a little bit of modern art?
Well, I like all sort of style. In modern art, we all influenced by the last century of all the ism, like Cubism and Surrealism and all that. And also, it's nice to look back at the old masters. I really like the quality of paint. The old masters like Leonardo and Michelangelo and all those guys. So I have various influence. Try to make a mix with all those Renaissance technique with the more modern contemporary style.
Yes. Sometimes teachers in many areas actually learn a lot from teaching their students. Do you find that as well, Marcel?
Oh, yes. I've been teaching more and more in the last few years, and I was worried about the fact that the more I teach, the less I paint. But I find that I'm learning so much from teaching. Every student that comes with a challenge or a problem in the painting, I'm helping them to find a solution. And I think that process, that brain process, that forced me to stretch the boundaries and finding every solution, a solution for every problem that happened.
Yeah.
That really makes my skill to increase, even if I don't do as much painting.
Is that what you? Sorry, Marcel. Is that what you enjoy most about teaching? The fact that you're challenging yourself as well?
Well, yes, that's one side of it. But I really enjoy the smile in the face of people that just finish a 3-hour session and they just like luminous. They had a good time and they feel good about their painting, and that I really enjoy.
Yes. Tell me about your one-day classes, because I can imagine a lot of people would want to maybe just stick their toe in the water to see what it's like.
Well, yes. Well, the one-day classes, I've decided to do those one because some people can enroll in a long-run class. But this one is I have different subjects. I'm covering different type of style of painting or subject of painting that people will want to try. So, by example, I have those one at the end of the semester here. Coming up next week, I've got one abstract. I've got one talking about clouds and sky. Another one about water texture and reflection. another one plein air. So that's a sort of subject that I touch on and off on those one day. So every one of those one day workshops is concentrating on one of those subjects.
Yeah, wonderful. So if you want to get a bit more information about those courses, that website again is brisbanepaintingclasses.com, brisbanepaintingclasses.com. Marcel, let's talk about how has art changed over the years, or do we still reflect back on some of those masters you mentioned earlier? Are there any new trends?
Well, there is trends every couple of years. Even the galleries don't know where to go, and the auction houses neither. The trends change a lot, and I think art is a reflection of our society. So it's a good way to see where we're heading by looking what the artists are doing. And we know what all the changes that has happened in the last 10 or 20 years. So it's certainly influenced by the digital media. But at the same time, there is, in our society, there is a regain of popularity of the handmade product. And it's amazing how many people are switching from, they've tried acrylic paint and then they're going back to the old-fashioned oil.
Very good.
It comes and goes.
It does come and go. Marcel, we are out of time, unfortunately. But if you'd like to put your name in for that, we're going to take a break now. And after the break, we'll come back and we'll have a chat to a few people who want to go along to that course. It's a 4-week course with Marcel Desbiens, and you can get all the details on that and a lot more too at brisbanepaintingclasses.com. Now, Marcel, thank you very much for your time.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you very much.